What's up, wealthy and healthy community? All right, y'all. So I'm gonna come back with y'all real quick, and just let y'all know what we got shaking. It's a daily tap in. All right, I'm gonna start dropping y'all quick little gems that y'all can use every single day to start boosting your credit score and get you positioned for 50K plus in funding. All right, so first thing we're going to talk about today is inquiries. Inquiries are extremely important when we talk about what the banks want to see from you. So if you want banks to start competing for your bread, for your business, you need to start understanding what they want to see from you. First thing that they're going to look at is, of course, going to be late payments. Biggest thing that they're going to look at. Huge difference, right? Something that a lot of people seem to overlook is hard inquiries. Okay, so hard inquiries are going to be when someone pulls your credit, usually for when you're applying for credit, right? And they pull your credit report just to see your credit profile, see your credit worthiness. Now, there's two types of inquiries. There's going to be a hard inquiry. There's going to be a soft inquiry, or a soft pull or soft inquiry. So soft inquiries definitely do not affect your score. So those are going to be for promotional reasons. So that's going to be like a background check. If somebody's trying to run your stuff for like utilities, lease agreements, something like that, even for pre-approvals, right? Those are going to be soft pulls. Those do not hurt your score. Now, what do hurt your score is when you have hard pulls or hard inquiries. Now, hard inquiries are going to be when you are applying for things, okay? Now, hard inquiries are only 10% of your score, but they are a big thing that, banks look at, because they don't want to see desperation. Remember, we always say banks don't want to see desperation. They don't want to see rookies, and they don't want to see that you can't handle the debt or that you're irresponsible. Okay, so when we understand that if we have 10, 15 inquiries in the past 2 years, we look desperate, not going to get any money. All right. And another thing we can understand is that inquiries are also going to be tied to open accounts. So two things you're going to do. You're going to make sure that every inquiry that you dispute or that you want off of your report to be an inquiry that's not tied to an open account. So for example, if I have an inquiry with Chase, right? If I have an inquiry with Chase and I actually got approved and I opened that account, that's going to be a hard inquiry, but it's going to be tied to an open account. Now, if I remove that hard inquiry, it could risk, and I call them up and say, hey, this is an inquiry that I don't know what this is. I didn't do this. Shouldn't be on my report. What they're going to take it as is it may be fraud, or it may be like an unverifiable account. So what they're going to do is they might remove that whole account. So now you have a whole account that you've been working on. Say it's a 5-year credit card that you've had for 5 years. That's 5 years of history that you're going to need when you go to the bank. So what you're going to do is you're going to only remove inquiries from accounts that you have not opened. Okay, say you were denied, or say, whatever the case may be, right? So you're only going to remove inquiries that aren't on open accounts, okay? Because it could risk the whole account being removed. All right. So the second thing you're going to do is you're going to call TransUnion, you're going to call Experian, and you're going to call Equifax. And I'm going to leave a free 24-hour inquiry removal guide below. All right. All you got to do is click the link. And what this inquiry removal guide is going to show you how to do is call Experian, TransUnion, Equifax, and all you're going to do is say, hey, according to the Fair Credit Reporting Acts, these inquiries should not be on here unless you have my consent or unless they're verified inquiries. All right, so if that is the case and that is the law that they have to abide by, you're going to give them 24 to 48 hours and those inquiries should be removed. All right, you want to have little to no inquiries, right? Remember, we don't want to seem desperate, okay? Quick little hack that you can do, right? Say you want to, get into the credit stacking thing, right? Say you want to get into where you're like, okay, I'm going to go to Experian. I'm going to go to a bank that pulls from Experian and get 50K. I'm going to go to a bank that pulls from TransUnion and get 50K. I'm going to go to a bank that pulls from Equifax and get 50K. What you're going to do is you're going to remove those inquiries with the same letter that I'm going to drop below. And now you can go do that sequence over and over and over again. Because what they're looking at, they're looking at the inquiries, right? So if I go get 50K and they pull my credit, Another little thing you can do is always do pre-approval, so you don't have to worry about hard inquiries. But say I did do a hard pull and I get 50K from Chase, right? I'm gonna go to another bank and I'm gonna, make sure that that's removed, right? Say I'm going to 2 banks that go pull from TransUnion, right? I know that could be Navy Federal and that could be Bank of America, right? So I'm gonna go to TransUnion and I'm going to tell them, hey, remove this Navy Federal inquiry, right? Then I'm going to go right to Bank of America because that inquiry's gone. That account may still be open, but the inquiry's gone. So now I'm put in position to run that play over and over and over again. All right, so I want you guys to download that free inquiry 24-hour inquiry removal guide. And what you guys need to do is get those removed within 24 to 48 hours and position yourself to have your credit profile built up in a certain way so that lenders are never going to say no, and they're actually going to start competing to send you offers to give you money. All right, my name is Kay Capri. This is the Wealthy Healthy Podcast. We're going to be coming back with daily notes, quick 5-6 minute videos so that you guys can start fixing your credit now. Little things make the biggest impact. All right, so I'm going to be coming back soon. Stay tuned. Like, comment, and subscribe. Share everything that you can do to put this at the bottom of the algorithm. At the top of the algorithm, because we're on the way up and more people need to know about this. All right, so I'm out and I'll see y'all soon.